Well, another budget issue that has raised many questions and caused plenty of debate the past 4 years is money to pay for research into a tiny fish. Now, that tiny fish has a huge impact on sports fishing and wildlife here in Virginia and the Chesapeake Bay. Our George Noloff explains more.
These little fish, called menhaden, have been at the center of a big fight in Richmond. Monday, that fight got settled, sort of. Lawmakers approved a $2 million budget amendment proposed by Governor Abigail Spanberger to fund research on the status of menhaden in the Chesapeake Bay.
This science is more important than ever, so we're very hopeful that this menhaden science here in the Chesapeake Bay can get a kickstart. We can start getting some answers to some long unaddressed questions.
It's been moved and seconded that we continue HB 19 to the 2025 session.
Lawmakers killed menhaden research funding efforts in the past 4 legislative sessions, never given a clear-cut reason why. Governor Spanberger finally pushed her amendment when the General Assembly failed to approve one this session.
We appreciate the governor and the leadership she is showing on the Chesapeake Bay. I was at the General Assembly every time these bills came up before committee, and it was very frustrating.
The Chesapeake is the only estuary on the East Coast where something called industrial reduction fishing is allowed. A company called Ocean Harvesters runs industrial reduction fishing operations on the bay for menhaden, taking millions of pounds of the tiny fish each year for use in fish oil and fish meal. And that, some critics claim, is a problem. They say menhaden numbers are being reduced in the bay, and that it's having an impact on other species, and especially sport and commercial fishing, both billion-dollar industries in their own right.
Menhaden are, they've often been called the most important fish in the sea. They're a small, nutrient-dense type of forage fish that just about everything in the Chesapeake Bay and marine ecosystems rely on, whether it's our striped bass, osprey, humpback whales, dolphin. All of these species rely on menhaden because of how nutrient dense they are.
Ocean Harvesters, based in Reedville, an employer of hundreds of people, says it's on board with the funding measure. The company's head, Monty Deal, issued this statement. We look forward to continuing to work with the Virginia Institute of Marine Science in collaboration with the Virginia Marine Resources Commission to develop a scientific study of the bay's Atlantic Menhaden population. The research is going to take a number of years. What it leads to, continued harvest, a ban, new regulations, is anybody's guess. But pretty much everybody involved says it's about time this research was done.
Whether it's over-harvesting or whether it's climate change or water quality or whatever it is, the fish aren't there like they used to be, and that's why we need action now to protect what we have remaining.
How y'all doing, folks? The research is going to be conducted by the Virginia Institute of Marine Science. We should have those research results in about 24 to 36 months. A lot of people anxious to see what those results are going to be.
George, I know you've been following this story for a while, and it seems like the funding should have happened a while ago. Why do we think the lag?
I followed this story for 4 years. I try not to be political, but a lot of head scratching in this case because menhaden research efforts were killed by both Democrats and Republicans. Try to get them to agree on anything else. Now, look, research done the right way makes sense, especially when you're talking about a resource like the Chesapeake. Species at risk, thousands of jobs at risk. There's a lot at stake here. I mean, a little research go a long way.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be anxious to see these results. Thanks, George.